Do one. Yeah. Wait, would you do the smiling one?
Do you want a live? Yeah.
Sure.
You're not playing loud enough. Nope, we're starting. You get one try. Here we go, Majestic. Percussion good? Owen? Ask Helen, where's the wood block? Hey, here we go. Joy. Two minutes. Percussion set? Yeah, you take that with you. Good. Bottom edge, right?
Welcome, students, parents, families, and friends. My name is Corey Bolton, and I will be reading the land acknowledgement. As we believe the recognition supports and desired respect of our culture and community. Adams 12 five-star schools honors and acknowledges that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands to the Cheyenne, Arapaho, and Ute nations and peoples. Many different native tribes have used this land for trade, hunting, gathering, and healing. We extend our respect to the elders past, present, and future, and all those who have stewarded the land for water for generations. We invite others to join us in this acknowledgement to renew and reaffirm the First Nations history of Colorado and pay tribute to these traditional homelands and its people. Thank you. Audience, please join the graduates and staff in standing for the national anthem, which will be performed by the seniors of the Mountain Range High School Chamber Choir. Except for the graduates, please remove your caps. Except for the graduates, please remove your caps.
Please be seated. Welcome, students, parents, families, and friends. My name is Madeline Domenico, Student Body President. Today is an exciting day for all of us. Please remember that this is a formal ceremony, and we request that if you have a sign, to please not block the view of the guests behind you. Please do not toss out beach balls or balloons during the ceremony, as it distracts others from being able to enjoy the ceremony. We ask that while names are read aloud, please do not use air horns or noisemakers of any kind that may prevent other guests from hearing their student's name. And now at this time, please welcome our principal, Ms. Tiffany Hansen. Thank you.
As principal of Mountain Range High School, it is my honor and privilege to introduce the platform guests that join us this afternoon. I will ask that the guests please rise when I announce their name and remain standing until all guests have been introduced. Would the audience please hold their applause until all guests have been announced? I will begin with the graduates who joined me on stage. Mr. Jacob Halterman, class of 2024 valedictorian. Mr. Brock Ellis, class of 2024 salutatorian, Ms. Bella Lipsy, class of 2024 student speaker, Ms. Madeline Domenico, class of 2024 student body president, Mr. Corey Bolton, and Ms. Isabella Pennington, class of 2024 senior class co-presidents, Ms. Lori Goldstein, Board of Education president, Ms. Amara Assad Lucas, Board of Education vice president, Ms. Paula Battistelli, Board of Education secretary, Ms. Alexis Marsh Holshin, Board of Education director, Ms. Courtney Potter, Board of Education district director, Mr. Chris Gadowski, Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Priscilla Strawn, Deputy Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Bo Fobert, Chief Academic Officer, Mr. Lee Peters, Executive Director of Schools, Ms. Marie McKenzie, Executive Director of Equity and Engagement, Ms. Kim Brady, Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Mr. Josh Williams, Faculty Speaker, Ms. Stacy Johnson, and Ms. Melanie Stevenson, Faculty Heralds. I would like to thank everyone joining us today for their support and encouragement of Mountain Range High School, our students, and our staff. I would like to draw your attention to the stadium floor and ask all Mountain Range High School faculty to please rise. Audience, before you stand true champions of today's graduates. Teachers and staff, thank you for never giving up on the students sitting next to you and for working tirelessly to ensure that they have become mature, respectful, honest, and safe citizens of the future. Faculty, you may be seated. Additionally, I would like to recognize 3 of our faculty members who are retiring this year. From our math department, Mr. Tay Fulcher, with 19 years of service. From our student support services department, Mr. Patrick Jellum, with 15 years of service. And from our social studies department, Mr. Todd Sandman, with 17 years of service. Between the 3 of you, you have 51 years of service in education, impacting the lives of students and making a difference. We are better because of you. You have given so much of yourselves, your time, and your hearts to Mountain Range High School and the Adams 12 5-star district. Thank you and congratulations on your retirement. Graduates, you're finally here. This day has been a long time in the making. It's crazy to think that the year you were born was the year that Mountain Range High School opened. I'm going to keep my speech brief by sharing a few thoughts as you head into your next chapter. First, be kind to one another. A little bit of kindness can go a long way for a person. It's a simple gesture that can make a world of difference. Second, social media isn't real life. Don't spend time comparing your accomplishments to others, as no one puts their worst days on Instagram for everyone to see. It's important to remember that what you see online isn't always a true reflection of reality. Don't compare your journey to others, and remember that everyone faces their own struggles behind the scenes. Be a kid for as long as you can. Don't be in a hurry to grow up, as jobs and careers will be around for the rest of your lives. Take the time to enjoy life's simple pleasures and embrace the joy of being young. Lastly, practice empathy. You never know what someone else is going through, so always assume the best and extend a helping hand whenever you can. It's been an honor to serve as your principal these past 4 years, and I have every confidence that you will go on and achieve great things in the future. Congratulations, class of 2024. I would now like to invite up to the podium your 2024 valedictorian, Mr. Jacob Halterman.
Welcome parents, friends, faculty, guests, and of course the graduating class of 2024. Thank you all for being here to support us as we graduate. I know that listening to a 17-year-old give a speech about life advice seems kind of ironic, and maybe if I were rich and famous, you would take me more seriously. But if I've learned anything, that you should take as much life advice as you can get, because we're all going to need it, and a lot of it. We're all entering into the next phase of our lives, and it's up to us to determine what that looks like. Your path will look different from the person sitting next to you, and their path will look different now than it did 5 minutes ago. From the moment we graduate, we are each in control of the directions our lives go in. It almost reminds me of when I got my first car. I felt like I was finally free and ready to go anywhere and do anything. But right as I got behind the wheel, I realized that I didn't know where I wanted to go. That's kind of how graduating feels. And while it's good to look back to see where we're going, it's also important to remember where we've been. When I think of high school, grades and school assignments are not the first things that come to mind. I'm not standing here going, oh yeah, the SATs were the best. Those 5-minute breaks when I got fruit snacks were definitely a highlight. I think about driving to Chick-fil-A with my friends during my lunch break, watching homecoming fireworks outside the 180-degree gym, cheering as my friends score touchdowns at football games, traveling to Colorado Springs and Anaheim, California to compete at DECA competitions, and spending every day with the people who make going to school worth it. I've met most of my closest friends by being sat next to them in physics, world history, business, and PE classes. It's crazy to look back and wholeheartedly say that I wouldn't have been friends with some of these people if it weren't for the Mongol Empire unit in the AP World History. I honestly believe that surrounding myself with good people pushed me to become the best version of myself I can be, and as the class of 2024, we've all done that for each other. Before we graduate today, let me leave you with the wise words of possibly the most legendary high schooler of all time. Ferris Bueller once said, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it." Work hard and never forget the little things that make your journey worth it. Congratulations, class of 2024. We earned this. Thank you. And now I'm going to introduce your salutatorian, Mr. Brock Ellis.
As your salutatorian, it is my honor to announce this year's scholarship recipients. When I announce your name, please stand and remain standing. Audience, I know we are all very proud of these students, but please hold your applause until I have finished announcing the scholarship recipients, so everyone's names can be heard. Iker Acosta Ferreira, Bibi Ahmadi, Nathaniel Allen, Madeline Anderson, Austin Arakaki, Jonathan Arias Figueroa, Elise Bishop, Brianna Blair, Katie Blue, Mason Briggs, Landon Calabrese, Christopher Caudell, Madeline Chancellor, Zoe Shavira, Gavin Colony, Fernanda Cuevas Martinez, Magdalena Dittrich, Madeline Domenico, Brock Ellis, Olivia Fenton, Tiana Freeman, Alexandra Gagnon, Delaney Garcia, Alexander Gates, Aurelius Gonzalez Wagner, Destiny Gutierrez, Jacob Halterman, Jacob Hant, Lola Hensel, Kara Hinchman, Michaela Huisman, Ryan Hunt, Carlos Ibarra Ortiz, Abigail Jaba, Marche Jean, Kaylee Judd, Jack Kershaw, Caleb Kilman, Angelina Comleva, Alyssa Leal, Bella Lipsy, Bella Lucero, Kaylee Maruyama, Daniel Matterson, Casper Mazur, Aiden McDonough, Emma McGregor, Devin Meisner, Amanda Miller, Ava Mount, Hugh Nee Danielle Nguyen, Van Ann Nguyen, Callie Patton, Maria Jose Penaflores, Isabella Pennington, Yi Pham, Yang Pham, Laura Poe, Ashlyn Quartermas, Jade Ramirez Olivas, Tawana Richards, Gabriel Richardson, Lathan Robinson, Christopher Rodriguez, Carter Rohrig, Braylon Rooney, Haley Saley, Hawker Shelby, Soli Solis Valenzuela, Sarah Thornton, Tyler Tran, Amanda Trujillo, Jordan Trujillo, Kiana Sui, Alina Urbina, Madeline Vaughn, Jaden Villalobos, Michael Villalobos, Brendan Waite, Nathan White, Conlin Whitney, Charlie Yamada, and Robin Yang. Please give a round of applause to the class of 2024 scholarship winners. They have earned scholarships totaling over $6.2 million. Congratulations, you may be seated. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce our senior class co-president, Miss Isabella Pennington.
The class of 2024 is honored to present an exterior flush stud-mounted aluminum Mountain Range High School logo. The MR Circle logo was installed by the industry leader and community champion BSC Sign of Broomfield, Colorado. The logo adorns the awning above the library windows facing towards the teacher parking lot. Our simple yet elegant design was selected by the members of class of 2024 senior class leadership and sponsor team to welcome students, staff, and community members to our school for generations to come. Mustangs, always remember our quote by Denzel Washington: "The chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith you have, that's what's gonna define you." At this time, I would like to introduce the Mountain Range Chamber Choir to sing "For Good," written by Stephen Schwartz.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blamed me for.
But then I guess we know there's blame to share.
And none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
I do believe I have been changed for the better.
And because I knew you,
Because I knew you.
because I knew you, I have been changed for
At this time, I would like to introduce our faculty speaker, Mr. Josh Williams.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Mrs. Williams told me to slow down and have fun, and I will probably fail at both. Mustangs, I'm going to begin by promising to follow the first commandment of graduation speeches, thou shalt be brief. Literally 5 minutes of this important day, listening to an oldish man, anyone can do that. Many of you had me in class, so you're probably used to it by now. I've been a teacher now for 24 years, which is just over half my life. I've been a teacher longer than I've been just about anything else. And in that time, I've learned a thing or two that you might find some value in as you wait for the tassel switching and hugging and photos. And then please don't tell me what is going to happen after that. In my mind, all of you are off to church or to volunteer at a homeless shelter, and I'll thank you for not shattering that illusion. Anyway, there are 3 things I want to say to you, and here's the first. Be brave. The world you are entering is going to require a good deal from each one of you. And the first of these requirements is going to be your courage. Bravery, you see, is not what most people think it is. The kind of courage that popular culture will sell you on is the easy kind, the boring kind. When I say be brave, I mean moral courage. The kind of courage that sees a wrong and tries to right it. The kind of brave that turns a vape in to Mr. Wimmer or encourages a friend to do so. The kind of brave that goes to Ms. P's class even though you're late and you know the consequences are coming. The kind of brave that owns a mistake and works hard to not repeat it. The kind of brave that opens doors, especially when it feels safer to close them. So graduates, when you have more than you need, resist the temptation to build a taller fence, and instead build a bigger table. Loving something or someone is brave. Forgiving someone is brave. Saying I'm sorry is brave. Brave is who you are when you are at your very best. So, Mustangs, be brave. While you are being brave, I also want you to be curious. When each of you was a smaller version of yourselves, you absolutely tortured the people who have come here today to see you graduate with questions. You had this innate curiosity born of a simple desire to understand the world around you, and you asked questions. You were insatiable. You wanted to know. How does a light switch work? Why is the sky blue? The grass is green. The water wet. Now you ask different questions. What color is your Bugatti? Who's going to carry the boats? Does Mr. Fulcher own pants? Is Chuck Norris actually afraid of Mr. Sandman? No and yes on the last two. The most interesting people in your life, in the whole world, are the people who never stop asking questions like these. They still want to know more. They lean into uncertainty and they tame it with information. They read, they talk, they listen, they think. The whole world is out there for you. All you have to do is keep asking. You were born in 2006. So in your lifetime, you've seen the release of the iPhone, the invention of social media from Facebook to Snapchat to whatever comes next. You've seen the rise of AI, a global pandemic, several rap beefs, or beeves, the Eras Tour, if you could get tickets. In 18 years, the internet moved from desktops to pockets to Oculus headsets. That is truly amazing progress for the first quarter of your lives. We have all of this dazzling technology and an unlimited potential for accessing information, connecting with one another, documenting the world as we experience it. It's truly unbelievable. And each of these magical inventions came to us from a group of people who were curious enough to ask silly-seeming questions and brave enough to pursue the answers. When we are brave and we are curious, we become something like limitless. Which leads me to my third and final piece of advice. Be kind. Curiosity and bravery, it turns out, are neutral values. They can be used in service of wonderful or terrible motivations. Therefore, my third piece of advice is essential: be kind. Like most of the important things in your life, you learned it before you could walk. It was reinforced in kindergarten, and I'm going to remind you of it today. There's a story that gained popularity during the pandemic about famed anthropologist Margaret Mead. It may or may not be factual from my research, but it's interesting nonetheless. She was asked about the first marker of human civilization, and she didn't reply with a tool or settlement or even agriculture. She instead responded with a fossilized femur that had been broken and healed. Put simply, 15 or so thousand years ago, some caveman or cave person broke a thigh bone, and somebody took care of them. From her perspective, what makes us us is our willingness to help. Our kindness, according to Mrs. Mead, is essential to our humanness. Human civilization, the comfortable world that we live in now, was not made possible then by our intelligence, our adventurousness, our ambition, or even our thumbs, but rather by our compassion. So, and finally, be kind. Without kindness, it would seem, bravery and curiosity don't amount to very much. What we can do when we have all three, though, that borders on the magical. That's it. Graduates, we love you, dear friends, and we wish you good luck and Godspeed. Now go get them. It is my pleasure to introduce your student speaker, Ms. Bella Lipsy.
On this day of celebration and reflection, I feel grateful and excited to speak to my fellow graduates, our proud families, and the amazing educators and staff who have supported us throughout this journey. To the graduating class of 2024, Today is a significant moment in our lives. It is filled with nostalgia for the memories we've made and anticipation for the adventures that lie ahead. It's scary to think about how fast this day has come, especially when looking back on our almost normal high school experience. When we entered high school as freshmen, little did we know that we were about to ride along on a journey filled with so many challenges and triumphs. We navigated through virtual classes, looking at one another's little black boxes on our Chromebooks, staring at some familiar but many unfamiliar names. We all held on, not knowing the special friendships and relationships to come, not knowing the memories we would make at Friday night football games while chanting all of our Mustang cheers at the top of our lungs, not knowing the unforgettable days when we would all get dressed up and dance the night away at homecomings and proms. Looking back at all the fun that we've had these past 4 years, we also cannot overlook the other side of our high school experience that we have buried in the past. The side of not knowing the challenges that would come with not experiencing high school fully in person until we were halfway into our sophomore year. Not knowing how difficult it would be to socialize and connect in a school with over 1,800 kids you have never seen in person or talked to before other than the chat box and Zoom calls. Not knowing the struggle it would take us all mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually to become motivated again to learn and complete assignments without the help of Quizlet, SparkNotes, or PhotoMath. And yes, don't deny it, we've all used them at some point. However, the biggest thing we all did not know was the very real possibility of not being able to go back to school at some point. I mean, our extra 2-week spring break, 8th grade, turned into a 74-week, or in other words, 17-month-long break. I want us all to take a second to think about what memories, days, events, lessons learned, conversations, and people that wouldn't be a part of our lives if we were never able to return to school and be here at Mountain Range. And considering this, I want to leave you with a piece of advice that inspired my speech. A piece of advice from my dad, who I now share his last name, that I live by every day and that all of you should live by too. Be here now. And what exactly do I mean by that, you may ask? This world that we live in will forever change. The people we know throughout our lives will forever change. The paths we stumble upon will forever change. And every year of our lives will forever change. So knowing this, I want you all to be fully present in every day, every moment, every minute, and every second, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Because one thing we all do know now is the value of time, the value of normalcy, and the value of those right now. Be here now in this last moment that we will ever be together in the same room again. And congratulations for finally making it to our graduation day. Thank you.
All right, now the part that you guys all want to get to. So, seniors, please rise. Mr. Gadowski, as principal of Mountain Range High School, I'm proud to present the graduating class of 2024.
Good afternoon, graduates. I learned just shortly before the ceremony today that a number of the staff have actually developed a bingo card for today's ceremony. It's Graduation 2024. And I was so excited to see that I made the card. I am the bottom right-hand corner, and it talks about whether Gadowski gives a full speech. Because I don't always. Sometimes I give a short speech, other times it's a longer speech. Given the really outstanding speeches that have been given today, the good news for you, bad news for the faculty who need the bottom right corner, short speech. So I'll just leave you with this thought. So many wise words spoken today about your future and your past. As you look forward, I just want to emphasize that making your mental health, your physical health the top priority is so critically important. I can tell you from my own life experience that I was a son of a father that by his early 30s, because of smoking 2 to 3 packs of cigarettes a day, managing stress poorly, not exercising, he had wrecked his heart. And by the time he was 40, he needed triple bypass surgery, lived a short life in the end because he eventually needed a heart transplant in his 50s. And I think it's just so easy for many of us, especially at your age, to feel like I'm invincible, my health doesn't matter, or it's not something that I have to tend to as a top priority now. Please, we hear today all of your big dreams and hopes for the future. We want those to come true. And for all those things to happen and for you to live the long lives that we all want for you, taking care of your health, both physically and mentally, is critically important. With that, let's transition on to get into diploma time. Mrs. Goldstein, in as far as these seniors from Mountain Range High School have met and satisfied the Adams 12 5-star school district's graduation requirements, I present them to you for official recognition.
Seniors, on behalf of the Board of Education, I accept you as graduates. It's an honor and a privilege to be with you today, and your high school did start out a bit weird, but you've adapted and persevered and are ready to face the world, so give yourselves a hand. At this time, I would like to recognize those going out into the military. If you could give us a wave. Thank you for committing to serve our nation, whether domestically or abroad. Thank you for fighting for democracy. You all have the rest of your lives ahead of you, so don't let a moment go to waste. Whatever happens next in each of your lives, whether it's work, higher education, or the military, make the most of it. Make sure you have a little fun and find joy in whatever you choose to do. Believe in the common good, go forth and prosper. You are the future leaders, and you will get to determine the kind of world we all live in. So congratulations, class of 2024.
All right, if you guys want to head down. And then if you guys want to go ahead. All right, this is going to take a while, so graduates, you can sit, except for the first 2 rows.
And there's no way to turn it on here. Sweet. Hold on, I'm just going to tell them that. Check. Oh, I got it. Jacob Thomas Halterman. Corey Xavier Bolton. Isabella Ray Pennington.
Adesh Adakari.
Brock Matthew Ellis. Bella Malie Lipsy.
Austin Lakea KG Arakari.
Madeline Rose Domenico.
Katie Aaron Blue.
Thomas Young Vaughn.
Jatsmin Chasen.
Kiana Ting Sui.
Charles August Cook, Jr.
Yong Cheg.
Magdalena Gabrielle Dittrich.
Carter James Rorig.
Alexander William Gates.
Van Eng Hai Win.
Gracie Kaylin Harvey.
Maija Estrella Muff.
Marche Simone Jean.
Devin Lee Meissner.
Kaylee Ann Judd.
Emma Francis McGregor.
Madeline May Vaughn.
Sierra Rose Cummins.
Lana Elizabeth Roberts.
Maya Tuong Tran.
Jose Emiliano Berizella Olea.
Lillian Rose Taylor.
Harmony Viola Martinez.
Olivia Emily Sosa.
Savannah Alyssa Marie Johnson.
Angel Rose Monette Perea.
Ryan Alexander Hunt.
Janae Nicole Castilleja.
Lola Elizabeth Hensel.
Caitlin Kelsey Lamb.
Gabriel Juan Richardson.
Draven Alexander Lambert.
Rachel Suzanne Garber.
Elisa Renee Liao.
Devin Bryant Moore.
Ashton Michael Lee.
Kevin Hendrick Alders.
Nevea Renee Lewis.
Iker Acosta Fiera.
Ashlyn Sarah Lobdell.
Adrian Isaiah Aguilar.
Angelica Marie Lockwood.
Mario Alberto Aguilar Roque.
Nevea Lynn Lofton.
Bibi Naima Ahmadi.
Bella Ray Lucero.
Rose Marie Aiken.
Ryden Michael Lucero.
Gioni Jordan Alarid.
Mariel Hangwan Luna.
Danae Lynn Alimanos.
Paul Hua Lee.
Idea Novena Jade Almaguer.
Yahweh Ma.
Danica Lynn Alvarado Gonzalez.
Vanessa Elise Mancha.
Madeline Ann Anderson.
Maximo Gabriel Martinez Carrillo.
Alexander Biscara Anglo.
Kaylee Ann Mariama.
Evelyn Kennedy Ruth Aranda.
Hamza Mashal.
Jonathan Jose de Jesus Aria Figueroa.
Noah Christopher Macias.
Isaac Jaden Arviso.
Daniel Joseph Matterson.
Zishan Adamar.
Marcus Samuel Chu Masotti.
Natalie Isabel Balboa.
Casper Philip Masur.
Elise Victoria Bishop.
Mia Lee MacArthur.
Brianna Janine Blair.
Aiden Joseph McDonough.
Richard Thomas Langston Blair.
Sean Michael McLaughlin.
Isaiah James Blair.
Taryn James McHorter McNair.
William Brandon Bliss.
Janessa Danae Medina.
Hayden Matea Bolton.
Lucas Daniel Medina.
Jersey Christine Bolton.
Angelo Sule Medines.
Isis Vanessa Bonilla Lozola.
Fatima Mendez Pascual.
Catherine Elizabeth Borgers.
Amanda Joe Miller.
Esmeralda Boruna Mena.
Layla Nadine Miranda.
Gerald Presida Jr.
Richard Allen Montano.
Leonardo Briceño Vergen.
Augustine van Mock.
Mason Ireland Alora Briggs.
Cameron Andrew Moore.
Carolyn Ann Burgett.
Mia Sabrina Morales.
Peyton Elizabeth Burnett.
Mohammed Asef Najib.
Dylan Matthew Cahow.
Sifatullah Najib.
Landon Lee Calabrese.
Benjamin Harold Newman.
Ava May Carleo.
Jacob Charlie Newton.
Carolina de Los Angeles Castillo Jaimes.
Calvin Locke Nguyen.
Anaí Castrejon Aguilar.
Huni Daniel T. Nguyen.
Christopher Jacob Caudell.
Huandon Saki Nguyen.
Michael Andrew Shrest.
Sheila Bautran Nguyen.
Carlos Alberto Chavez.
Cameron Anthony Nichols.
Lily Mariana Shavira.
Ewan Quinn O'Reilly.
Zoe Marguerite Shavira.
Sienna Alexandra Osborne.
William Caden Christensen.
Jelina Francesca Paez Bustos.
Connor Michael Clark.
Ezekiel Sebastian Parent.
Cody J. Cohn.
Dylan James Parker.
Gavin Christopher Lloyd Colony.
Callie Michael Patson.
Caleb Kamir Connor.
Riley Michelle Pollock.
Fernanda Cuevas Martinez.
Alexandra Noel Payne.
Matilde Daolio.
Macy Rochelle Peterson.
Angelia Cristal Davalos.
Maria Jose Peña Flores.
Alexis Anne Marie de Bel Suazo.
Savannah Marie Peters.
Micah Alexander Del Cid.
Yang Huang Pham.
Devin Florentino de Leon.
Aiden Joe Pimentel.
Tristan Louis DeWeese.
David Raymond Piroti.
Davis Leo DeCantio.
Jordan Leon Robert Plumey.
Onyx Ray Dilworth.
Laura Ann Poe.
Azael Yandel Descua Fuentes.
Ethan Michael Pratt.
Liam Gant Doan.
Zion Aragorn Pritchard.
Lauren Maylee Doring.
Jaden Peter Pridavok.
Karina Guadalupe Dominguez Nunez.
Corbin Michael Prokop.
Cole Francis Dryling.
Danita Daria Pulai.
Matthew James Dunn. Sierra Lene Ike.
Luke Vincent Quintana.
Matthew Ezekiel Elmore.
Sabria Ramat.
Karime Ayeli Enriquez.
Angelo Eugene Ramirez.
Juan Eduardo Falcon.
Jade Sarahi Ramirez Olivas.
Antonio James Federico.
Emily Rangel Hernandez.
Shui Fang.
Tawana Atoria Richards.
Olivia Renee Fenton.
Jacob James Rivera.
Yair Eduardo Figueroa Puerto.
Jillian Carol Robertson.
Jaden Melaloni Danye Fleet.
Lathan Mateo Robinson.
Tiana Denise Freeman.
Bernard Matthew Rocha.
Elijah Felix Fresquez.
Charlotte Nicole Rodriguez.
Aiden Jace Gaffey.
Christopher Michael Rodriguez.
Alexandra Renee Gagnon.
Wildert Rowan Wayne Rodriguez.
Brian Gandaria Nava.
Josiah Luciano Romero.
Delaney Chevelle Garcia.
Braylon Connor Patrick Rooney.
Amelia Josephine Garcia.
Ozma Aiden Rubio.
Haley Laura Renee Gardner.
Emily Ruelas Robles.
Jacob Matthew Gardner.
Shane Arlen Rutledge.
Brooke Lynn Jabauer.
Manuel Salazar.
Alyssa Grace Gast.
Iseli Saldivar Romero.
Caden Christopher Geyer.
Haley Marie Saley.
Trey Edmund Glass.
Richard Lee Sanchez III.
Angelo Nehemiah Gonzalez.
Sophia Rose Saporite.
Robert Michael Gonzalez.
Christian Saucedo Guerrero.
Aurelius Eliseo Gonzalez Wagner.
Shane Francis Schleiner.
Giovanni Francisco Gonzalez.
Leighton Paul Phoenix Sini.
Nazareth Andrea Gonzalez.
Bailey Renee Shank.
Ariana Yesel Gonzalez Duarte.
Morgan Michael Sheehan.
Maximus Alton Grabhorn.
Hawker Galang Shelby.
Olivia Michelle Gray.
Violet Leanne Shields.
Nadia Lynn Guadarrama.
Christina Schbach.
Jordan Elizabeth Gio.
Brooklyn Jeray Sias.
Nadia Celeste Gorola.
Nevea Ray Simonton.
Destiny Gutierrez.
Angelina Vivian Cypress.
Carla Joanna Gutierrez.
Caden Harris Smith.
Jimena Gutierrez.
Spencer Allen Smith.
Adrian Gutierrez Guzman.
Sully Solis Valenzuela.
Jose Daniel Gutierrez Munoz.
Mia Sakura Spurgeon.
Jacob Allen Tyler Hant.
Patrick Joseph Stone.
Jack James Harris.
Benjamin Luke Suits.
Savannah Jolie Harris.
Aaliyah Rose Suleiman.
Logan William Harvison.
Maximus Isaac Sullivan.
Craig James Hash.
Colton Chase Tanner.
Benjamin Cole Hayes.
Ashlyn Mikkel Telk.
Quincy James Helsel.
Amelia Jade Thomas.
Jason Charles Hendrickson.
Sarah Francesca Thornton.
You know this name pretty well.
Savea Rose Hendrickson.
Aiden James Tilton.
Ryan Patrick Herbert.
Hannah Catherine Taylor Toms.
Joaquin Emiliano Hernandez.
Trenton Vern Torberson.
Daniel Haciel Herrera Dominguez.
Sarah Elena Shimatori Torres.
Kara Lynn Hinchman.
Isabella Rosine Torres.
Madison Marie Hiscock.
Duong Viet Tran.
Athena Leanne Houston.
Tyler Nyattenba Tran.
Novelyn Michelle Hosker.
Ryan Cussing Thritton.
Michaela Sol Huseman.
Ace Trujillo.
Bradley Oren Humphreys.
Amanda Ann Trujillo.
Carlos Ibarra Ortiz.
Isaiah Angelo Trujillo.
Mary Cruz Insusa Rodriguez.
Jordan Avaya Trujillo.
Adrian Christopher Irish Allerid.
Moss Ravin Turner.
Abigail Milbrock Java.
Miranda Hope Turner.
Ethan Isaac Jaques.
Alina Fernanda Urbina.
Alexander Brian Johnson.
Arturo Antonio Vargas.
Gabriel Alexander Jones.
Vincent Paul Vargas Jr.
Leah Reed Jones.
Caleb Joshua Vigil.
Mateo Robert Anthony Jordan.
Jasmine Rose Vigil.
McKenna Marie Kaminsky.
Roman Elijah Villagrana.
Michael Angel Tumba Kayembe.
Jaden Jose Villalobos.
Lathan Taylor Kelby.
Sky Star Carr.
Jack Todd Kershaw.
Michael Frankie Villalobos.
Remy Sang Kamvongsa.
Jaden Eleni Villegas Hernandez.
Victoria Pokraikova.
Chastity Vu.
Caleb Edward Killman.
Ryan Yong Wong.
Carson John Kennard.
Lak Salem Wadran.
Dylan Nicholas Kennard.
Brendan Dwayne Waite.
Jackson James Klein.
Leila Walisada.
Angelina Lavona Kamlova.
Eric Andrew Walker.
Adrian Paul Kovac.
Zoe Elaine Walker.
Dylan Lucas Kunzelman.
Nicholas Lichong Wang.
Gage Michael Victor McDowell Soto.
Brian Kevin Weiss III.
Adriel Tai Hernandez.
Nathan Joseph Patrick White.
Jesse Edward Ware.
Zachary Ross White.
Kristen Nicole Doan.
Conlon Glenn Whitney.
Nathaniel Reed Allen.
Kiera Cordelia Winnicky.
Ava Rianne Mount.
Rex Gino Wilcox.
Madeline Catherine Chancellor.
Tiana Marie Wilder.
Yi Kung Pham.
Preston Ryan Ashton Williams. Kyle Lee Wilson. Ryan Woodside. Charlie Renee Yamada. Robin Kushia Yang. Darius Alonzo Young. Mark Yaroslav Yushenko. Vicente Isai Sararipa III.
Graduates of Mountain Range High School, on behalf of the faculty and staff, I congratulate you on your achievements and wish you continued success. It has been my pleasure to serve as your principal. At this time, I would like to ask Maddie Domenico to come back up to the podium.
Now graduates, don't throw the carnations yet. We still have 2 activities that we need to accomplish as a class. First, you've all got your glasses, right? I know. Second, we have to move our tassels. We are to throw our carnations, not our caps. Ready? Hands on your tassel. Please move your tassel from the right to the left, signifying the conferring of your high school diploma. Congratulations, class of 2024.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test, test. 2, mic 2, check 1, 2, 3. Mic 3, check 1, 2, 3. Mic 4, check 1, 2, 3.